7-Eleven, man.
Hey, man.
What can I do for you?
I'm doing good. Just getting a drink.
Yeah, what's up?
Everybody down! Everybody down on the ground now! Get down! Get down! Get the fuck! What are you doing? Get the fuck down! Jesus! Fucking don't shoot me, man!
911.
Holy shit! Holy fuck!
This is 911. How can I help you?
I'm at the 7-Eleven at the corner of 5th and 3rd. We had armed robbery. 2 suspects. I shot both of them. Requesting backup right now and ambulance.
Hey guys, Matt with Applied Defense Concepts. Thanks for tuning in to episode 2 of our Force on Force breakdown, Disarms, Reality, or Fantasy. In this clip, we have a student from the first Force on Force breakdown, if you watched that episode, and in this scenario, he enters a convenience store, and as we can see, it turns south pretty quickly. The student begins shopping inside the store and is quickly interrupted as one of the assailants fires a round. As we can see, we have 2 assailants, one to the left and one to the right. Both have firearms. The student decides to go for the gun, and you can't see in this shot, but we'll show you in just a second here. He actually draws his sidearm, engages the threat on the right, engages the threat on the left, then does attack reload. We're actually going to take another look at that clip that we just saw. As we can see, the student makes almost a fatal mistake here by drawing his sidearm. He decides, I'm not going to do that. He did that earlier in the day, and he ended up getting shot because of it. This time around, he decides to go for that handgun. He goes for the muzzle, he gets that handgun out of the way so he can draw his sidearm and engage the threat. Now we're going to take a look from a different perspective. As we can see, the student extends his offhand to gain control of the bad guy's gun, and he does a pretty good job of clearing any obstructive clothing out of the way, so he has a nice clean draw. He draws his sidearm and engages the threat several times. Our role player, who is a trained professional, was actually surprised and caught off guard by the student's quick reaction. After engaging the first assailant and sweeping that gun out of his hand, he engages the second threat until the threat falls to the ground. And here the student executes a tactical reload. Looks like he has a little bit of trouble. Something to consider is how you carry your spare magazines on your person, whether you should just shove them in a pocket, which does work, or you carry a magazine carrier of some sort. The student then tries to call 911 emergency, as we have instructed him to do so previously. We try to teach all of our students to do that, as it's a very important skill set to have, to be able to relay vital information about the incident and who is involved in the incident, where the incident has occurred, all pertinent information to emergency services, so you don't seem like the bad guy when the good guys show up. We're going to take one more look at this clip. As we can see, the student is going to do his reload. He briefly looks at his gun to make sure he sticks the magazine in the right way. That's fine. And here, the student holsters his gun again. We aren't doctors. It's not our job to say whether the threats are down for good or not. We want to keep that sidearm out until the proper authorities come in and are able to take control of that situation. Upon that time, to follow their instructions, put the sidearm down. As we see in a later clip, you'll see how to handle the law enforcement aspect. Quite a few lessons to be had here. The student did an amazing job. He gained control of that assailant's sidearm, drew his own gun, and engaged both threats before either one was able to see what was going on. The student learned from his mistakes earlier in the day and was able to apply those lessons in this scenario. His fast thinking saved himself and everyone else inside that store. We covered most of the talking points in this scenario, but we want to know what you think. If you see this on Facebook or YouTube, please comment below, tell us what you think, tell us what you think you did right, tell us what you think you might be able to improve on, but overall we think you did an amazing job. Thanks for tuning in. Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. We hope to see you soon.